Welcome back to North Africa, where the barren desert land that dominates is filled by the warm hearts of its inhabitants. Where they ride with 3 guys on a moped from '93 with no helmets, only one functioning brake, no lights, and still pass the police control. Where there is no alcohol in sight, but everybody is smoking themselves to death, often with questionable cigarette brands. North Africa is a great place, where people take care of each other and share the things they have, even if it's not much. So this time I'm in Tunisia, a country in between Libya and Algeria, and right now I'm in the port city of Sfax. Right there is a container terminal, over here is the sea, over there is the city, and the plan is to ride the freight train from here all the way deep into the country. So this is the standard gauge of Tunisia. It's actually a pretty narrow gauge in comparison with other countries. Yeah, it's pretty cute. I don't know if it shows on camera, but for me it's quite weird to see that there is actually like proper trains driving on this gauge. Oh man, cool trucks over here in the harbor. Still carrying it back from Armenia. Note this bag has been to Asia, Europe and Africa. I think this piece of plastic so much more of the world than average human being. So yeah, this is a terminal right here, and these are the wagons we're gonna be riding in. As you can see, they're much lower than regular gondolas, which is quite nice actually. Took a hotel for this night since we're still tired from our 5 AM flight, and we also wanted to drop our bags and like investigate the yard with all this stuff on. So now we have some time to explore the city, and we're now in the old city. It's pretty beautiful. Africa is also the place of random side quests. So the entire old city is surrounded by walls, and so far it seems like they're all intact. Pretty cool to see. So yeah, I actually was there to look for a SIM card, but before you know, you're carrying a bag of cabbage to the other side of the city.
شكلهم لهنا؟
ايه لكلها هنا. سهل شباب.
ايه مرحبا بالعكس.
عدد من قوات الاحتياط بالجيش رفضوا القتال داخل غزة، وابن كثير يوجه رسالة شديدة اللهجة لنتنياهو انتقد فيها طريقة إدارة الحرب.
Right, so this is the passenger station. Behind it is the yard. We have to walk all around here. Alright, we made it to the yard. So far seems chill. There's some workers chilling there behind railway sleepers. They just waved, didn't say anything. So far there's no locomotive in the yard. It's quite dead. But there is one field connection. The soil of Tunisia is pretty rich in the Sahara and contains a lot of phosphate. They dig up the phosphate in the mines right there, deep in the Sahara. And they drive them all the way to the port here, where they get refined, washed. And then I thought they would load boats with phosphate and ship them across the world. But when we arrived here, we saw one train pulling out, and that train was filled with bright greenish yellow like grain. Very weird. And it's actually right there, I can show you. And I never saw it in any of my research. This is the most weird looking cargo I've ever encountered. Look how bright it is. And it's these weird little balls. Okay, so there seems to be one failed connection. Let's see. Oh, this one is empty. That's great. This one is full. It's full of this shit. Shit's so weird, man. It's gonna be so dusty. Fuck. Okay, so this one is empty, which is quite weird, but good, because we can ride in this one. We don't have to ride in the uranium ore. Maybe we will survive the ride then. So I took some cookies from the hotel breakfast, and I have orange, and that's actually all the food I have for today. We're going hardcore. See some people walking around the lock right there. We're not sure if it's gonna start, but there definitely seems to be some activity right there. So we're gonna climb in now. The wagon is empty anyway, so just gonna wait it out there. Maar stel je voor dat we die trein ingaan, en dat we in die lege wagon zitten, en dat we zo terug de terminal rijden, zo van, ja, we zijn er één vergeten te vullen. Alright. This is so fascinating. You have balls, and you also have chips. Interesting. I swear this shit is actually pretty good. Phosphate is coming to life. This came from one little spark of fire. Rico tossed a cigarette in this stuff. That's how we found out. And it just keeps going and going. It's like lava. Look what happens when I put something in it. It's so hot also. There's some nasty stuff. Really cool though. Basically waited an entire day in this train. No movement, it didn't depart. Nothing departed from this yard. Right now we're gonna go out. Try to go to a decathlon outside of the city to buy a hammock for Rico. Eat something and then look for a place to sleep, I guess. Alright, so suddenly it's very dusty. And that's because they're emptying those wagons over there. We made it to the mall. Look how giant this is. Apparently it's the biggest mall in Africa, according to a local. By the way, this is how they water their plants everywhere. Because the ground is so dry, they need to rely on irrigation. They lay hoses in between the plants with little holes in, and then water squirts out of these holes. And yeah, that's how plants grow here. It's 1:10. We decided that we're gonna sleep in the wagon. Our train is still there. We might be able to hang our hammock in the wagon, which would be nice. Only thing, yeah, you know, maybe just departs in the night in an hour or something. That would not be so fun since we want to do it in daylight. There is a locomotive right there. I don't know to which train it's coupled. Maybe to ours, it's possible. Well, I think it is. I think it is connected to our connection. Right, so here's the situation, you know, this train is gonna ride out and we have a nice ride, an empty ride. We can actually just board it and just ride this train in the night to the next city. We will be out of here. But on the other side, we do also want to see this route in daytime. We can't really decide what we were gonna do, so we're just gonna flip a coin. We're gonna flip a dinar, Tunisian dinar.
It has no side.
Yeah, it has no side. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna do it the Arabic way. We're gonna take the slipper and we're gonna flip it and see how it lands. When it lands like this, we stay here. When it lands like this, we go.
Maybe we should do rock, scissors, paper.
Who throws? Or what?
For what is what?
Ah.
Like what we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, okay. If you win, we do it the other way. If I win, we do it the way I just said.
Okay.
Blad, steen, schaar. Blad, steen, schaar. Alright, so it's my way, Let's go. Alright, so the slipper has spoken. We're staying here this night. We're gonna try again tomorrow in daytime. We're gonna look for a comfortable wagon to sleep in. Preferably an abandoned one, that we don't wake up in a factory tomorrow. Okay, we found what looks like to be an abandoned connection. It's just all sorts of wagons coupled to each other. So it looks like. Having my hammock right here on some really sketchy ropes. I got this rope somewhere in the Balkans because I lost my hammock ropes, but they're really bad quality. I'm on the ground. Alright, so now it's kind of working. Let's hope it stays that way. Good morning, everyone. I slept right. Woke up a few times. I was laying in an angle a bit, but for the rest, sleep was good. I feel rested. Also, this is not phosphate. This is granular sulfide. It's not harmful when you touch it, but yeah, you shouldn't breathe in the dust and definitely shouldn't burn it, because then you get sulfur dioxide. Okay, so there's a lock pulling this one. Let's see if we can get on it. It's empty. You wanna try? Come on, bro. Go. Rico didn't make it on. What the hell? This was so spontaneous. Yeah, I think we're actually out of here. No way this happened. Well, this is bittersweet, because I really think this is the train going to the mine. This is the one we've been aiming for. But yeah, Rico couldn't make it. I'll see what this train does. I might actually get off at the split or something, and yeah, wait for him there, so we can ride the other part together. That would be kind of cool. As far as they know, they're not carrying passengers, but what the fuck, man, this shit is crazy. arriving in the first big city since Sfax. We might stop here to let something pass or wait a bit. I don't know.
Ja?
Grijba? Vraag je dat eens?
Ongrijpen?
هي بيئة دراما ثلاثة.
مع ثلاثة. ناخذ الترام بتاع متلاوي.
ايه ضابط بالغريبة.
نعم بالغريبة.
Ja, iedereen ziet mij, bro. Iedereen ziet mij. Kijk, 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 de kinderen. Hé, wat dreis! Wat maken? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. This is fun. No people around, only some here and there, but they don't care. Just driving pretty fast. I can stand upright so I don't have so much dust in my eyes. Beautiful landscape. Well, it's quite the same the whole time, but it's nice. I like just desert and even trees and the nothingness. It's cool. The train is still bouncing up and down like a car on a Belgian road, but it's definitely fun. It's cool. It's cool in the middle of the desert. Wow. Until it's fully stationary though, or driving pretty slow. There are no ladders on this thing. Yeah, no entering the yard. There are some more trains here. Yeah, this is, you see how much it rolls back. Oh. Wait, we're going again? No, no. Wait, we are actually going again. Bro, what the hell? It stopped for 1 second and now we're... What? Since we're going really slow now, I might actually get off. Huh. Alright, so Grijpa was nothing. Oh, it's speeding up again. Au revoir. So I was gonna hop out in the yard before the split. The train stopped there for 1 second, but as soon as I wanted to get up, it started rolling backwards. When it stopped rolling backwards, it immediately started up again. I just had no chance to get out because I had to get out from the back, and imagine if I would have already got on the back when it slowed and jumped off and the train rolled backwards. These things are still dangerous, you know. So now there is like one station further up the line there, not so far from here. And that was actually my second idea to hop off there. But it's just one station building a yard and nothing around. So if I suddenly spawn there, they're gonna think, where the hell did he come from? So this is great. So now I'm gonna call Rico, see where he is and if he can get here. And then when we're back together, gonna continue hopping. Even though I was wearing sunglasses and a buff, my eyes are still full of sand. It was rough. The ride was really rough. Constantly getting thrown around in the wagon, and all the dust and all the sand hitting on your face was rough, but it was fun. If we were with two, we would definitely just ridden it to the end. Look at this canyon right here where I stumbled upon. Beautiful. This seems like a chill place to wait. Look at this, by the way. This is the drinking place for the animals around. You can see animal tracks of deer and bunnies. Goats also, I think. Alright, if you see that mountain in the distance, that's where we need to go. Well, not entirely to that mountain, but I have to keep that just in the middle. And then I will be fine. Because there are no paths. Not gonna follow the tracks because it's detour. I'm just gonna go as the crow flies to the station.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can remember your name, because there ain't no one for to give you no pain. La 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 After 2 days in the desert sun, my skin began to turn red. After 3 days in the desert fun, I was looking at a riverbed, and the story it told of a river that flowed made me sad to think it was dead. You see, I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert.
This is the barren desert land I was talking about in the beginning. The more we go deeper into Tunisia, the more sandy it's gonna become, and I'm really looking forward to getting there. This is nice and all, but after a while, you know, it's a bit the same. Although, whoa! It's so fast. I take my words back. This place keeps being interesting. Yes, yes, I finally see it. I see the signals. The yard. So Rico is taking a train here, passenger train. We're gonna meet up here, and then yeah, we'll figure it out what to do from here. The things you find in the desert. There's a station. There is just one lonely wagon standing in the entire yard. Alright, so here's the split. So that track goes to Gebes. This track goes to Sfax. It's really quiet here. Ja, de oversteken. Nu zit toch gefocust op die andere. Ja, ja, langs rechts, langs rechts. Ja. Ja, nu blokt het, nu blokt het. Place to stop.
Ja. Mijn klote. C'est bleu.
Excusez-moi, ouais, c'est pas notre faute.
Allee.
Allee, van alle plekken waar we kunnen stoppen, stopt hij hier.
En verder.
Tja, nu kunnen we eraf.
Ja, dat wel. Maar ja, je biedt echt geen hol.
Nee. Ik ook niet. Alright, so far so good. There is a guy, but I don't think he belongs to the railroad. Yeah, I mean... Pero. Die was niet aan het kijken. Nee, die was naar die kant aan het kijken, dat was niet gezien. Oh joh, dat is hoger dan ik dacht. Okay. I think that's... Whoa, that's police right there. That's police right there. Let's go away. Damn. So we got spotted, you know, a few scenes earlier. And my first thought was, we're just gonna wait in the officer for us, you know, on the endpoint. Because they don't want to mess with schedules, so they're just gonna ambush us there. I don't know if that happened, but it was police at the crossing. I don't know where Rico is. He was behind me, but he jumped off a bit later. So yeah, I hope he's fine.
Ja, ik ben na het kruispunt eraf gegaan.
Ja.
En ja, die vriendjes stonden hier op dat kruispunt.
Ja.
En ik heb mijn zak nog voor dat kruispunt eraf gegooid.
Oké.
Op het moment dat ik de zak er heb gegooid, kwam ik van alle paaltjes tegen, dus ik dacht, ik ga er nog even op zitten, ik verstop mijn eigen. Dan ben ik naar dat kraspunt, er waren kraspunten en dan zat je ineens met pillampen op je dak schijnen.
Ja.
Ik zit in de buurt even een sigaretje ontroken en ik zou zeggen, blijf er nog even in die bewoonbare buurt.
Ja.
Tot alles is gekalmeerd en dan pak je zo een half uurtje of zo gaan uitspreken.
Dat is goed, maat. Dat is perfect. Ik hang hier nog wel een beetje rond. Het is wel een beetje ghetto, maar zo vast wel.
Ja, ik heb het niet op.
Ja, komt goed, maat. As I was walking down a little street, I suddenly see a cop car like in front of me, in the street in front of me. And I think they saw me also because they drove around the block and then cornered me. They pulled like their truck in front of me and they were like, get in. So I got in and they asked me like 100 questions, why I came to Tunisia, how I came here, how I travel here, why I went to this city. And I just completely talked my way out of it. The Belgian passport definitely helped. Of course, I don't expect a Belgian guy sitting on a freight train right here. But yeah, they were dicks. They were not nice, not at all.
الحمد لله هذاك هاك على بارازار هكا طلبت اسماعيل هو اللي ضيفهم صح.
Alright, this is where we're gonna sleep this night. There are hammocks between these trees here. This is some kind of a park area. Right there's the road. It's not the best place to sleep, but it's just quite hard to sleep in the city. We met some locals here and they gave us dinner. They were really nice. We had some nice conversations, some good food. The guy actually knew a thing or two about the railroad. We could share our adventures. He also wrote some phrase before. It was great experience. And he showed us this spot. See, I'm very tired from this day, but satisfied. We accomplished a lot. We're almost at the end destination. Good morning. I slept with my backpack inside my hammock because I was scared that it was gonna get stolen. So I had barely any place left for myself. I was laying in these weird positions the whole time with the backpack under me or on me or like next to me. Yeah, my muscles ache a bit, but it's fine. At dawn, a man approached us and I was a bit skeptical at first, but it turned out he was just coming to say hello. He also said that people in the city probably all want to come talk to us. Half an hour later, two guys approached us. Again, I was a bit skeptical, but turns out they were just coming to say hello. They were on their way to work, saw us, and they were interested. They also said there were no thieves in the city. I was relieved and put my shoes outside of my hammock on the ground. Then somewhat later, another guy came. I wasn't that skeptical anymore. People are nice. He stole our passports, wallets, phones, and Rico's kidney and drove off into the sunrise. So plan for today. We have no plan. I have no idea what we want to do. I really want to clean myself. I'm so dirty. Everything is full of dust. But everything, man. Even my toothpaste. Even the phosphate got inside my toothpaste. Like, how is that possible? So yeah, I definitely want to get to Metlawi. And after that to Tozeur. Because Tozeur is like the nice place, you know. It's with the nice desert. And you also have some artifacts there from the Star Wars movies. And you have a lot of palm trees and blue water and oasis and, you know, all the brochure things. So it's nice. That's our goal. Tastes better than a sulfur. Made it to the yard. Gonna check it out now. There's a lot of phosphate there, a lot of wagons. Biggest problem we're facing right now is that right there is a split to the mine, and yeah, it's behind the yard. So the empty trains might go to Matlau, but they also might go to the mine to get filled up, and we don't want that. So I hope there is a difference in locomotive, so we can tell where it goes. Otherwise, it's just a wild guess. Took some money out of an ATM and here they still have the old notes. I don't know if it's coincidence or that these ones are much more in circulation right here, but These are very different from the ones we use in the bigger cities. Look, it's cool money. Salem. Wat hè? Ja, zo ik dacht. Actually, we don't even know if it goes to Matlewi, since this can also be the terminus for this thing. We have no idea. Nou, niet kijken. Wat sneeuw. Oh, hier misschien. Oh, daar staan mensen. Right, so there are workers right on the other side of the wall. We have to go around and cross the entire yard. One empty part. As we were approaching the yard from behind and we just wanted to cross, and we suddenly heard some things dragging. I thought they were like emptying a train or something, but it was the sound of a guy dragging a very big bag with the granular sulfur he stole from the train. I've seen it before in Bosnia. They stole coals. In Czech Republic I saw them stealing grain once from a grainer train. We're still not sure where the train goes. We tried talking to the thieves, but they got spooked. They probably know where the train goes, but yeah, I don't know, you know, it's maybe not the best people to hang around with. So those were almost my famous last words. So we waited a bit more in the yard and decided to go talk to the thieves to figure out where the train was going, because as I was driving it's pretty crazy not knowing if the train would actually leave town or not. So we approached the group. They were with three: a kid, a guy with a jalaba, and just another guy. So in the beginning it was alright. We talked to them for a bit and actually found out where the train was going. It wasn't leaving town. I could see from the start that the kid had bad intentions by the way he looked at me. But he was a kid and the other guys were chill, so I didn't really care. A little later, some guys joined the group, and then it became sketchy because suddenly they conjured long knives from their sleeves. I told Rico, bro, let's go right now, but he was a bit oblivious to the whole situation unfolding. The guy asked Facebook of Rico, and when Rico pulled out his phone, I knew he made a mistake. They all saw the little apple on the bag and they were like, oh, iPhone, iPhone, iPhone. So I started like taking a few steps back from the group because I knew I was gonna go down. So the kid kind of grabs me, well, he tries to. Then there is one guy standing in front of me and he's trying pickpocketing techniques on me, which I found pretty weird because like, dude, you all have your knives out, like why are you trying to be subtle about it? But luckily it wasn't like very direct, because that's the thing, like I don't think they ever robbed somebody before. It's not that they were like hardcore criminals. So he was doing like, oh, you box. I was like, you know what, allez here, you know, good night. I look behind me and I suddenly see like two guys with knives this big behind me. So I start running, you know, I start sprinting. I look behind me, they're like still following me, but I already created some distance in between. So I kept running and I kept running. I look behind me and I see them going back to the group. So I ran to the other side of the yard, you know, across the bridge, and I told the locals what had happened. Like, there are guys with knives over there, my friend is still there. And after 3 minutes, Rico also came, running for his life. And he told me that the guys robbed his passport, his phone, his wallet, credit card, everything, like everything he had, all his cash also. And after that, the police was called. So the police took us to the station where we got questioned, and since we were tourists, they took it very serious. It was all hands on deck. And after an hour, they actually dragged a guy inside the police station which had Rico's phone. I don't think he was there when it happened because Rico and I didn't recognize him. I have no clue how they actually managed to find that guy. But that's some really good police work right there. The guy claimed that he found Rico's phone on the ground. After a few hours, we got transferred to the station of the National Guard. It's like the highest branch of police in Tunisia. Here, the story of the guy really fell apart. We all knew he was lying. So after some old-fashioned interrogation techniques, he snitched on them, on all the guys who were there. We got their names, their faces, one by one. We spent 14 hours in the police station. It was horrible. What's up with those dogs right there? Yeah, I'm gone, bye-bye. And I say police station, but man, that place looked more like a trap house than a police office. There was no technology, there was no structure. It was so different from the police that I'm used to. All the detectives were like pretty special characters, one by one. Some better than others, but hey, they did their job right, so credit where credit is due, of course. Now those self-proclaimed badass criminals actually get said it, we're mafia. No, they will not see the sunlight for a long time. So apparently the current president raised the sentences for stealing and robbing by a lot. Apparently the minimum sentence for robbing is 10 years in jail. And let me tell you, Tunisian jails are no joke, and human rights are hard to find in their dictionary. So they will suffer so much. Well, if they get caught at least, but I mean, the police has their names, has their pictures. I'm really glad the sentences for robbing are so high in this country. If this happened in Belgium, they would probably just or not get a sentence or some kind of a probation sentence, and then they're just out free again doing whatever they want to do. So yeah, it was quite an experience. It was pretty scary when they were following me with knives. It's just so sad for them. Like, they're so unbelievably stupid. Why do they think it's smart to rob tourists? Like, this country gets its income for tourists. There's a possibility they all go to jail for what? A phone, which they can't unlock because it's locked, a credit card, which they can't use because it's blocked, a passport, which they also can't use because they don't even look like Rico, plus the passport is also gonna get flagged. So what do they have? 200 dinars, Tunisian dinars, and they're a bit lucky because we just went to the ATM, just got the money out, it's about 60 euros. Well, when they share it, they maybe have like 15 euros per person. So yeah, after spending the entire evening, night and morning in the police station, we took a minibus to the city we want to go. Tozeur, the end destination. I haven't talked about it, but look how beautiful it is over here. But there wasn't a train driving anyway, so, you know, might as well just go to the end destination. So, looking for a spot to sleep now. Geen aap, maar een hond. Ah, ja, best niet dan. We wanna hang our hammocks between two palm trees, that would be nice. But yeah, most of it is like private property, kinda. Okay, after wandering through the palm forest for a bit, we found this spot. I'm gonna hang mine from this tree to this tree. And Rico is gonna do from here to here.
احنا طلعنا فوق.
Ouais, ça marche.
ايوه يعطيك الصحة.
كيف انا كيف هو رانا خيان.
شكرا.
السلام عليكم.
زيتك وريك عادي كيف
الصبر حدود الصبر حدود يا حبيبي.
So we just ate some blabli. It's actually how it's called, but this we just ate. It's a traditional Tunisian dish. And now we're gonna go back to the palm forests, to our hammocks. We already hung our hammocks there, but then we went into the city to eat something. That was really good actually. I enjoyed that. I'm full. It was a lot of protein. Look how beautiful the main square is with the lights. Looks really cool. And also everywhere the Palestinian flag, of course. The Arabic world shows their support.
البلاد زي بابا بالسلامة.
بالماضي والدقائق المتبقية كانت هي الساعة.
Alright, made it to the spot. Our hammocks are still in place, which is a good sign. I have my mat in my hammock since it's gonna be pretty cold in the night. You know, we're in the desert and the ground doesn't hold heat that well, so it's gonna cool off. The moon, the full moon, is actually really bright. We can see everything around us. So yeah, it's gonna be a good night. What an amazing place to wake up at. This is definitely my top 5 best sleeping spots ever. Slept pretty great. Rico's still sleeping because he was awake during a part of the night when it was really cold. He doesn't have a very good sleeping bag. So I'm just gonna let him rest for a bit. I don't care, I can just hang around here the entire day. Chill in the shade of palm trees, enjoy the atmosphere. This is sort of the end point. There isn't also any point in going further anymore, since there's Algeria, there's Libya, kind of on the edge of the country. I guess we're just gonna stay here for a few days, do some touristic things. Why not? It's cheap anyway. And yeah, I think we deserve the vacation. Apart from the robbery, this was a pretty great journey. Tunisia actually surprised me in a nice way. People are nice, talkative, but not pushy. So that was good. We rode some amazing trains, saw a lot of beautiful landscapes, slept in a lot of interesting places, and ate some good food. Yeah, I can for sure say this trip was a success.
Cry